I share my screen. Um, okay, so I use the Miro board because it's really helpful to make mind maps. I used it in the design research class and I loved it. So, um, mm, identity as a concept when I started exploring it. So, first I looked at the conditions of possibility of an identity in 2020 because we had to relate it to the current context. Um, a number of things came to my mind, and given that it's a pandemic year, um, it was a challenging year. Um, but I decided to use um, um, new media as an exploration into the politics of identity. Um, so Iron Maiden um, is a metal band and from the new wave of British heavy metal. They came up with this song called "Wasted Years." Um, this song, these are the lyrics that go like from the coast of gold across the seven seas. I'm traveling on far and wide, but now it seems I'm just a stranger to myself. So understand, don't waste your time, always searching for those wasted years. Face up and make your stand. For a number of people, 2020 was a wasted year due to COVID. But if we had to face up to this challenge and make our stand, we could take inspiration from um, Iron Man because he did this gesture in front of a hearing, and uh, it goes like this: "I've successfully privatized world peace." Um, so, I mean, given that in our life and the way we interface um, with business activity and commerce and fangs are really dominating in the private space. So who better to privatize the world peace than someone from the fangs? And fangs are Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, etc. So like last month we had the United Nations 75th anniversary, and there was some activity there um, about 2020 and beyond. So, um, utilizing machine learning models, what could be the possibilities um, given uh, the context that I've developed. So, I live in a co-living space. It's like WeWork is a co-working space. So, co-living space is like it's a communal living. So I literally live at the back door of this place. So I used it as a during my stay here. I used it as a physical installation. I put an Arduino ENV to um, um, where the um, environment, the humidity, luminosity, etc. during um, different seasons. I utilize teachable machine to classify sounds and control the physical. Uh, uh, and kind of was an attempt in like a quantum leap that I was trying to in my imagination. Like there's this movie on Amazon Prime called Stargate. Like they developed this kind of doorway to like another realm, kind of. So going down history, if you look at anachronistic view, like there was a new balance when Alexander the Great reached the Indus Valley civilization. He had to retreat, but there was a new balance uh, achieved.
Hey, I'm
Um,
sorry, but we're kind of like, can you just, we're just, because we have to get through a lot today.
I don't want to be interrupted. I spent some time on this, Yeah. So okay. So yeah.
But I don't actually understand what the performance is. Like, I don't understand, like, what this is.
Well, I'm getting to that. If you interrupt me, I'm not gonna get there. So so there was like symbols of uh, peace, privatized world peace, with given the context for um, the need for the world to work together during COVID, as Anastasis showed uh, in the last lecture. Um, this backpacker who was disconnected for a year. Um, the art of simply taking some time off to reflect and revisit um, our ideals as a polity. So, just given this time to reflect, um, um, especially we had this Black Lives Matter thing going on. So, the ideals we need, maybe King, Martin Luther King is something uh, of an ideal, um, a concept of performance of unity, um, utilizing machine learning models. Um, so now I'm Dan. I'm getting to your point. What's the point over here? So, so the relevance was to privatize the global peace, and as far as privatizing global peace with the ideals of Martin Luther King is concerned, um, how how could we use machine learning to make a prototype for that? Um, so I um, I had a self portrait in mind, as well as um, um, different world leaders that I thought I would uh, explore. Like for instance, Jack Dorsey and this right wing politician is one first order possibility that I explored. Then this Scaramucci and this French guy was another possibility, and so on and so forth. So I trained uh, um, Martin Luther King on myself. I was in DC last year. Um, so here are the, uh, the, the kind of this is once again with the theme of privatizing world peace. Um, this is machine learning generated Bezos. We need to have peace and stability. Thus, a foreign policy aims to have peace with our neighbors and settle disputes through dialogue. President said the Ministry of United Nations is an extremely milestone, as this is the only body world that can help us achieve our goals of peace and stability. Yeah. So, could you hear that?
Yeah, we could hear it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So what? This didn't turn out that well. Well,
We don't have time to watch all of them right now. So
no,
maybe you
it's
could
just
like we really have to go on to the next person. I'm sorry. Like we just I understand you spent a lot of time on it, but like
it just didn't turn out that well. I mean, the first order.
all right. So I don't understand what that has to do with privatizing world peace.
You're asking me.
Yeah, like it does. I just like maybe it should be like clear. I mean, it seems like you.
I guess this is runways throwing an error. I guess it just keeps on going. Let me start.
We can take the discussion offline, but let's go to the next person. Unless Anastasia, do you have anything to say?
I just shut
Yeah,
down. I mean, it's interrupting.
I think it's kind of unclear what the relation like of the project is to kind of the self reinvention theme and kind of the idea of like doing a performance or so I guess getting more clarity on that, but I think we have to like move on and
Yeah.
maybe we can continue the conversation
Actually,
offline.
I took it as an art performance. So in the end, as identity is fluid, and these concepts that are relevant today in 2020. So these are the mechanisms I used to explore that. So this is an art performance. Yeah.